What's up, guys? It's Erica with Not Your Average EDC. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update on the MAGNACUT. A lot of people have been talking about that minor mishap that I encountered with this, and there were a ton of questions via DM or YouTube comments, so I just wanted to give you guys the latest update on this. So, after this kind of like stopped cutting, I did that sharpening that I made a video about on the diamond stones and a very light strop with some compound. The edge came back quickly and razor sharp and has maintained its sharpness for the past few days. It's going really well. People were asking what John's response to this whole thing was. I never told him that I made... Oops, sorry about the tones here. I never made contact with him about the issue that I had, but he did see my video. I guess he watches the channel. He did see the video and he commented, so I'll just read you guys word for word what he said. That way we're all up to date and we're hearing it right from John himself. So he commented on the MAGNACUT fail video saying, "It's most likely because of the 220 grit edge and green compound on a leather strop I do on all of my knives. It tends to be slightly polished and doesn't work on all the steels the same. I really need to get a Tormac. I don't know what that is. I'll be sending some MAGNACUT to Outpost 76 soon, so he can test it. All my edges are put on water cooled, so I doubt it's a burnt edge. Thank you for the video, Erica. John." Okay, so, yeah, a few people were asking if it was a burnt edge. I didn't think it was because it didn't feel like a burnt edge when I was using it. And I knew that John did the water cooling, so I really didn't think it was a burnt edge. Like, he's very knowledgeable about what he does, so I didn't think it was a burnt edge. And when I did get the knife, the edge itself did look a little satiny, a little polished. So that makes sense that he does a green compound run before he sends them out, and that it may just not be as toothy depending on the type of steel. I didn't realize that MAGNACUT polishes up so well. So it wasn't a burnt edge. It was probably just the way he polished it before he sent it out, and I just hadn't quite encountered anything that it had trouble with until the end of the week, and that rope was just something that the polished edge did not vibe with. So we are at a more toothy edge now. From here on out, now that I know that MAGNACUT does not do incredibly well with some stuff when it has a polished edge, we are just going to continue sharpening it with diamond stones and just a light strop with some gritty compound and leave it like that. That way it has enough tooth for all of my needs, because I kind of need a toothy knife for my EDC tasks. But that's the update. No burnt edge, just a little over-polished for this steel, and it is doing very well. Loving this so far. This blade shape and this design in general is really awesome for EDC. Like, if you're looking for an EDC fixed blade, this is John's design. It's a mini javelin, so BGM Knives. And it's really nice for EDC. Honestly, it is what I would call a perfect EDC knife, if we're talking in terms of fixed blades. Very cool so far. And I have done a little bit of dabbling in corrosion resistance with this, so I've been doing a ton of processing of like wet materials, food and produce at work and all that. And I'm not like putting it back in the sheath wet, like that would be stupid, but I will like cut up goat food or dog meat or whatever and, sit this on the counter for 10 or 15 minutes while I'm doing other things, and then come back to it, wipe it off and stuff, and no rust, no corrosion, no nothing. I don't know if that's a long enough time for something to rust. Like, it might not be, but somebody on like my first video was like, "Oh, good luck with the corrosion resistance, that thing's gonna, rust like a bitch," and I was like, huh, I wonder why they said that. So nothing yet. And I do know that I put this in the sheath one time with like a spot that I had missed wiping down. It was like in this crevice here. I think there was like some moisture from fruit or whatever, and I put it in the sheath and took it out like a couple hours later, wiped it down. When I noticed, nothing at all. And yeah, the corrosion resistance seems great so far. I would, if this were to rust at some point, this would be the type of finish to rust because this is an acid stone wash, so the pores are more open than normal. So like you would think if it were to experience corrosion yet, it would have, because this is more prone to it, but nothing yet, nothing at all. So just another quick update. It's looking fantastic. Really nice little knife. Oh, and one other thing I wanted to mention. A ton of people have been, asking what this is, wanting one, all that good stuff, which is fantastic. A lot of people, though, have been mentioning that they don't like the sharpening choil. They think it's ugly. They think it's stupid. They think it'll get in the way. I'm sure you could ask John not to put one on. Like, just because this has one doesn't mean that you shouldn't get one. Somebody the other day was like, cool knife, except I would never get one because of that stupid U shape in the blade. And it's like, okay. I'm pretty sure you can ask for just no sharpening choil. I'm sure you're allowed to do that. So don't not get the knife because of that. Like, John is a very reasonable guy, and I'm sure you can ask him not to do that. So anyway, guys, that's just an update. Happy Tuesday. Hope you all have a great day. And I will be back soon. What am I going to say? Please use your fucking shit. Thanks, guys.